Hey guys, Leanne here on GradysMom. I am back with a new What Sold video. I am a part-time reseller. I spend about 15 hours a week on my reselling business because I do have a full-time job that I work 40 hours a week at. So that's all I can really dedicate to my reselling business, which is like a side hustle for me. I have been selling on eBay since 2003. That's my main platform where I do the most volume. I also added Poshmark to the mix in March of 2020 when the pandemic hit, and I do have a discount code to save $10 when you sign up using my code. And I also recently started selling on Mercari just a couple weeks ago. So I also have an entire playlist, if you're new, of reselling related videos linked down in the description box, as well as a full inventory storage room tour. So let's get into this What Sold. The first item here is this Polo Ralph Lauren Tyler short. I've sold this exact pair of shorts in different sizes and colorways over the years. I found this at a thrift store for $3. They were brand new with the tags, as you saw, and they were a larger size. I find larger sizes for both men and women just sell a little bit faster for me. Just something to keep in mind. I know that's not the case for everybody, but I also have all my packaging supplies down below as well in the description box because I use a lot of different packing, different poly mailers and clear bags like this and stickers. These shorts sold for $24.05 and the buyer paid shipping. The next sale here were these Bobs by Skechers. They were like a very lightweight kind of chambray, hempy, strappy sandal. I got them on a half off day. They were marked $3, so I paid $1.50. They were in literally brand new without the box condition. They sold for $15 and the buyer paid shipping, so I'll take $1.50 into $15 any day. We did clean out a bunch of my son's Lego sets, so these were just a couple that we sold off. My son has hundreds, literally, of Lego sets, and he was perfectly fine with getting rid of a ton of them to make room for new. These two sets we sold together in a lot. It just made a little bit more sense because they were similar sets. They sold for $29.95 and the buyer paid the shipping on those. This next sale here, I picked this hat up. It's a polo hat with the large number 3 and the big pony with the leather strap in the back. I picked this up in a lot with a couple other hats that were similar to this. I have about $1.50 into this hat. It was also brand new with the tags, which is pretty rare to find. It sold for $35.05 and the buyer paid shipping. The next item here is this Talbots brand plus size Petite. It's a 3X Petite. Brand new with the tag sweater. It had like these cute little polar bears on it. I love picking up plus size in almost any brand, especially if it's new with the tags. I paid $2 for this at one of my Honey Hole local thrift stores, and this actually sold really quick. I wasn't sure if it was going to sell because of it kind of had like a little bit of a Christmas holiday vibe, but it actually sold pretty quickly, and the buyer paid the shipping on this. Talbots definitely has a following for plus size especially. I've sold hundreds of Talbots pieces over the years, and this one sold for $19.05 and the buyer paid shipping. Next up is a large lot of smaller Lego sets. So these were smaller sets. Some were even like a mini sets. So we lotted these all up together because it just made sense. And they sold for $33.05 and the buyer paid about $10 for shipping. This next sale is one of my son's old shirts or pre-owned that he previously wore shirts. We got this actually in New York City at the Vineyard Vine store right before the pandemic hit, and we are dying to go back to the city. We do live in New York State, so prior to the pandemic, we did go there a lot, so we really are anxious to get back once this is over. But anyways, my son outgrew this shirt, and I resell all of his clothing that's in good shape. This was in excellent condition. We don't put any of our clothes in the dryer, so they're always true to size, and I definitely disclose any flaws. This sold for $21.05 and the buyer paid the shipping. These were a pair of my husband's jeans. I remember the day we bought these in 2007. That's how old these are. He has had these forever. They are like a distressed Billy style True Religion jeans. He bought a few pairs that day, and I think this is the last pair that he is selling off. He's just has a different style now. He's just not into True Religion jeans anymore. I sold all my True Religion jeans from back in the day. The retail on these is crazy expensive. I'm almost embarrassed to tell you. And if you know, you already know. But again, we bought these a long time ago. We sold them for $40 and the buyer paid $8.95 for shipping, which was great in my opinion. This next sale was one of my favorites of this video, if not the favorite. It's an Oshkosh vintage, like late 70s, early 80s dress. It is super cool. It had like a little bit of like pinstriping on the front pocket. It was an excellent condition for vintage. It actually was my first sale on Mercari. It sold for $40 on a best offer, and Mercari does take 12.9%, and that was a great sale. My second sale on Mercari was this hat, which I bought along with that other hat that I shared earlier in the video. This one was used and did not have the leather strap on the back, and it sold for $17 on Mercari, and I was very happy with that. This was a retail arbitrage pickup. I bought these Kopari CBD deodorants at TJ Maxx. They were on clearance, marked down for $1 on the yellow tag sale. They were brand new and sealed. They don't expire until 2025. So I picked them up each for $1. So I had $2 into both of them. And they did sell on a best offer for $16.05, and the buyer paid shipping. This item here was a personal items of my husband's. We've sold a few of these of his. I think we sold a black and a red one already. This was a light gray one. It actually did have a small stain, which I disclosed. It was a very, very faint stain. But he has a ton of these shirts, long sleeve and short sleeve. And he just weeded through the ones he just doesn't wear anymore. And this one was the third one to sell off. It actually sold quickly, and the buyer paid $18.05 and $4.50 for the shipping. This next item here I got at the end of garage sale season in October. I paid $1 at a garage sale. They are just Converse 1-stars for kids, like in a big girl's size 2 or 3, I think. One thing I'll note about Converse is they are heavy, so keep that in mind if you're going to be buying them to resell. They do weigh a lot, even the kids' ones. They sold for $15 and $7.95 for shipping. This I loved. It was a vintage Blair embroidered cat vest. It was like a crazy cat lady sweater vest. It had tons of like cute cat embroidery and detail on it. It looked brand new, even though it was vintage. It looked like it had never been worn. It still had the little extra button packet attached to it. I got this for $2 at a thrift store. I thought it was super cute. I always like picking up quirky and unique things because there's always going to be a buyer for something that's unique, because the market is not oversaturated. It sold quickly for $19, and I was happy with that return on my $2 investment in about 2 days. The next sale here is this vintage LL Bean flannel nightgown. That's the vintage LL Bean tag. I do find LL Bean a lot where I live because I am in the Northeast, and LL Bean is from Maine. This is from the one of my Honey Hole thrift stores. I paid $2, and it was in excellent condition for being vintage. It was super soft and cozy, and LL Bean sells well for me. I have a bunch of stuff that I am selling right now from that brand in my eBay store. I've actually sold the nightgown like this, I think 3 or 4 times over the years. And this sold for $23.05, and the buyer paid $7 for shipping. I loved these jeans. I love the brand Current Elliott. I have a couple pairs of their jeans myself. These I picked up at a local thrift store for just $2. They were in excellent condition. They are the style Townie. I've sold this exact pair of jeans in different sizes probably 20 times over the years. They sell well for me. They sell quickly for me, and it's just a great brand. They sold on Mercari for $24, and I did pay $2. I'm not sure if I said that, but I am happy with that return on my $2. This was a retail arbitrage buy. I picked these up at a retail store maybe a few months ago for $3. They were brand new with the box. They were the brand 7, so still with the tags and everything. I have $3 into them, and they sold on a best offer on Poshmark for $25, and Poshmark, the buyer, pays shipping. So I hope you enjoyed seeing some of my sales the past couple weeks. I just cherry picked some different ones to showcase. If you are new here and you missed my last What Sold video, just to recap, I do sell approximately 60 items per week between all 3 of my selling platforms. 60 items a week is just an average. Sometimes it's 50, sometimes it's 70. And I do net about $2,300 to $2,500 a month. That's after fees, after shipping, after taxes. That's net profit in my bank account from something I do part-time on the side. It is definitely hard work. It takes a lot of hustle and a lot of consistency, but it really helps our family to set up my son for his future. And I'm just really happy with this journey that I'm on. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.